Hello and welcome back to Shimrath Plays Caves of Qud. We are about to head out into the wilderness, the not-so-dangerous outskirts of town first, and see if we can loot any of the villagers' belongings that are not kept under lock and key or a watchful eye. And then Oyuun, the marauder, will make his way into the wilderness and see if we can't survive. We are in the silt desert, which means there's probably not going to be a whole lot of stuff out here in the open wastes that we can loot and things like that, but we will see. We'll just do a quick exploration of the outskirts. Maybe we get it done during the day even. Alright, there is a tent, so that might yield something, but we'll go check this side out first, and then we will go over here and see what's the what. No door. This is a very spiny plant, so we'll swim across. Oh, what are these? Let's look at them. This is an air well. Stone was carved and shaped into a rough dome with square, even-spaced windows to let air flow. The small difference in temperature inside the dome causes dew to condense from air and accumulate in a catch basin below. Interesting. The catch basin below. Stoneware catches the tiny bit of moisture surrendered by the bone-dry air. Yeah, so basically this is like a little moisture farm. We won't steal that water, but we will. I don't know if we're still in the outskirts or not. I don't think we are, because if we look all the way over here, that one is neutral. This one's very tough and it's hostile. So this is a dawn glider. So I think we've wandered away from the outskirts and into the actual dangerous wilderness. So not quite ready to do that. We got to complete our circuit of the village first, in the hopes that we will discover some loot to steal. Not the most neighborly thing to do, but we don't live here, so these aren't really our neighbors. We're just starting our adventure here. And we're a marauder, so we're used to sort of seizing things by force in order to survive. Looks to me like there is nothing. Back to start. All right. Okay, well, I would say let's look at the overland map again and decide which way to go. I think we're probably going to head from the village in an eastern direction, even though because those dawn gliders are pretty tough, so I feel like we want to kind of get away from the danger and into the swamp where it's maybe not as dangerous. Excuse me. All right, so let's just head out this way. Here we go. Oyuun the Marauder. What does Oyuun look like? I'm just imagining him like a big ogre-ish brute with fang teeth, maybe slightly hairy, with maybe sort of a mix between human and wolf ancestry. Maybe that explains the carnivorous part. But not a giant wolf man, just more of a human with a large, brutish human with features that kind of resemble a wolf at times. I mean, he does have night vision. Oh, look at this. We've spotted a lava weep. Alright, now, these Isakari warriors might be okay with us because we are wearing the band. No, they are not okay with us. Okay, so these are... Isakari warriors are not pushovers. They're average. So let's move over to this map and then come this way and see if any of them want to fight us bad enough. There was one over here. What I want to try to do is get close. That was a little too close. I was hoping to be another space away. Let's try to release. Releasing our adrenaline is, I think, a free action. It doesn't require an actual turn to do. So now our adrenaline is flowing. We're going to try to dismember this warrior. And he is right next to us. And let's see what it says. He takes 1 damage. Oh, look at this. The Issachari Raider's bronze short sword falls to the ground. You chop off the Issachari Raider's right hand. So first attack of the run, I have chopped off the Issachari Raider's right hand and he begins bleeding. It says I stop bleeding. I didn't know I was bleeding. Oh, Issachari Raider hits you for 2 damage with his bronze sword and started me bleeding, but I've already stopped. Okay, so now that he's injured, we'll just give him a couple more hits and ta-da. And then we will grab his stuff. Oh, look, his right hand is here. You know, this is going to be strange, but I'm going to get it because I can eat it. In fact, I'm just going to tab and grab all of it. And then I think I'm just going to run up here real quick and I'm going to kind of wait. Now, I usually go up here and press this little hourglass shaped thing, but I think rest might be lowercase r. No, maybe it's capital R. Okay, it's not either one of those. Right, a quick look up in the wiki tells me that it is the tilde or the apostrophe, I believe. It's not the apostrophe, maybe it's the tilde shift. And that's not working either. Oh, it is the, it's the kind of reverse apostrophe, angled apostrophe tilde. The very top corner key gets you there. Okay, so we are arrested, covered in blood. We have 15, as you can see here, 15 rounds to our dismember comes back and 180 till our adrenaline. So I think we're going to capital W wait 180 turns before we go back down there. All right, now we're done waiting. The blood is off of us, and we're going to go ahead and cruise back down here. I think what we're going to do is creep around and try to find one of these raiders who's kind of by himself. None of them appear to have rifles from what I'm seeing, so I don't have to worry about them shooting us. And here we go. Alright, it's on. Now, I'm going to let him get closer, because when he's within that much, what we can do is release our adrenaline, charge. We can charge that way and press space. Alright, we did it. We charged, and don't necessarily know that we did anything significant to him. He is injured, and we can try to dismember him. You chop off the Issachari Raider's face. It's beautiful. Alright, he has no face now, and we will take his stuff. Alright, I'm going to eat his face for dinner. Alright, and my adrenaline is flowing. I don't think it's going to last much longer, but I also don't feel like we need to go and kind of camp out and wait every time. Okay, there is a rifler, as you can see over here. This person clearly has a rifle in his hand. So that's a little different. This is the lava weep. This is a weird fungus that is basically leaking lava, which would be a valuable thing if you had some sort of container that you could scoop the lava up in. But now that we know there's somebody with a rifle there, we are not going to go over there. Instead, let's go ahead and... just trying to look at where the hostiles are that we can see right now. Head over this way, maybe. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. That was careless. I just wandered next to this mushroom, the brooding azure puff. I was not paying attention. When that happens, you get itchy skin. And when you get itchy skin, it's only a matter of time, 2 or 3 days, before part of your body erupts into some sort of fungal infection. I think a few of those fungal infections might be kind of useful, but most of them kind of, like if you get something growing on your head, you can't wear helmets anymore. So I'm probably going to take a quick break and look into how to avoid getting infected once you stupidly wander into a spore field. So I'll be right back. Checking the wiki. The wiki is your friend. Well, unfortunately, I think we're stuck with it. We'll just cross our fingers and hope that in 2 days we get Mumble Mouth. Mumble Mouth is the one that I feel like is the most beneficial. You end up with tiny mouths on your body somewhere that mumble, and every once in a while they become coherent and tell you a secret, which is cool. Let's walk over here. Again, that was carelessness. I was looking at the location of the enemies on the map and not where I was actually walking, and walked right into something that caused me harm. So, not great. It's cool that I've chopped off someone's hand and someone's face so far, but in fact, speaking of that, I'm just realizing that I think I'll still heal when I eat the witchwood bark, but it might make me sick because I'm a carnivore. I guess apparently I don't have those body parts that I thought I was going to pick up. Oh, that's because I enabled the, let's go ahead and change that right now. Options. We're going to go to auto get. Take corpses when using tab to take all. We're going to turn that back on because in this case we do want to pick up corpses. Alright, we're going to creep around here and see if we can get one of these folks to come after us. We don't have any sort of ranged weapons, so there we go. Come on down, buddy. Get him within 2, and we'll charge him. Wait, hold on. Adrenaline can't come back for a little while. Boom, and then we'll try to dismember. And you chop off his left hand. He begins bleeding. Uh-oh. Got more bogeys moving in. Okay. We will real quickly get all of his stuff. And we'll go and hide behind this. We got people coming. I'm going to go ahead and just walk back until my charge comes back. I'm going to do the same thing. Charge. Bam. Dismember's not coming back for 13 turns, so we're just going to have to fight the old-fashioned way. Okay, there was a dismemberment, but that was one that just happened as a result of rolling well. It looks like this time we... Ooh, he misses us with the weird artifact, but we also cut off his right hand. So, all right, now we're going to get all of this stuff, and we're going to make our way back up here into the safe zone, and we're going to look and see what we got. We will examine it. Now, we're not the brightest mutant in the area, but we do make progress in understanding the electrified masterwork bronze sword with no cell. We are also going to have a little snack and eat the bloody Raider's right hand. You eat the bloody Isakari Raider's right hand. It hits the spot. You are now sated and quenched. All right. Cool. We also have bear jerky for when that comes up, but we won't really need the rest of the stuff. This electrified short sword should fetch a pretty price, though. So let us just rest until we're healed, and then head back down into the hunting zone, what we're going to call the the hunting zone now. There's a rifler up there. They're both riflers left, it looks like. So we might just steer clear. Now, one thing about these riflers is they don't carry a lot of ammunition. I think that one might have saw me. Yeah. We're going to stay away. He's probably going to shoot at me. You can't shoot at me if you're... I can hear you. I don't think I can charge around an object. Do that. Dismember. So we basically use the cover to our advantage in that situation. And then we'll go for it. Let's go ahead and pump that adrenaline out. Now, we should probably save that for when we want to run away. Basically pick up all these weapons, including his rifle, and then we will go ahead and creep up here. It's nighttime, so we should be able to hopefully hear them before we get to them. We're just going to use this cover, kind of sneak forward. Ah, there's one. Am I hearing that or am I seeing that? Alright, rifler. I'm going to open with dismember again. And yeah, we basically chop off his left hand. I'm digging it. Get all that stuff, and I think that was the last of the riflers. That was the last of the bad guys, except for these darn mushrooms. So, let's look at our inventory here. We've got a couple of hands to eat. Rifles. My agility is pretty good, so I could get some ammo for the rifle, and I could actually do some shooting. Maybe also would be nice if I could get a shield. So let's maybe head back to the village. We'll go just to the overland map, and we'll just go directly there. And we will go talk to the Dromad merchant, whose name we didn't even ask. Okay, let's look at him. This is the Dromad merchant. That's easy to remember. Alright, so let's talk to Un. Tell him, hey Un, check out what we found out in the desert. Don't ask. Okay, we could buy 22 lead slugs for that rifle, and we can get rid of, we're not ever going to eat this because it's, we'll keep the witchwood bark for the healing properties. We're going to get rid of these, and, I thought that would be worth more than it is, and on this we'll get rid of one, but we'll keep the second one. It looks like that both rifles were empty, and that's why they didn't shoot at me, so I'm okay with that. And then, what do we want? He did have a steel battle axe for 71, and that does a little bit better damage, better penetration, so I think we should buy that. 72 and 64, and we've got 25. So anything else? At some point, we could probably get a shield, but let's go ahead and offer that. I'll have to pony up 8. That sounds like a fair deal to me. And we will say live and drink. We'll go out here and we'll put this new stuff on. We are going to use... We're going to equip that. We're going to equip the slugs so that the rifle is loaded. And then we're going to equip the steel battle axe. Oh, okay, that didn't work out exactly as I wanted it to. So let's go to equipment. We want to remove the bronze one, and we want to remove that one. We'll go back to our inventory. Oops. Okay, we want to equip the steel one first. So you see here, it does a D3 plus 1 instead of a D2. And not only that, but it has a penetration of 7 instead of 5, which is big time. So we're going to equip that, and then I think we'll also equip this in our offhand for now. There's a small percentage chance that we will attack with that second hand. Not anything really huge, but another attack won't hurt until such time as we can get a shield to put in the other hand, I think. So automatically equip, and there we go. All right, so if we look at our equipment, we're still wearing furs, and wielding a steel battle axe and a bronze battle axe in the other hand, and now we have a desert rifle, so that if we need to shoot some people from a distance, we can do that. It wouldn't be a bad idea to blast people a few times as they run towards us until we can get within charge distance. So yeah, that seems like an okay kind of first exploration. I think we will go to the overland map, sort of continue our journey. What do we see here? A lava weep, right? Okay, that's where the lava weep was, so we will go there. Oops. We'll go to the lava weep, and from the lava weep we will explore to the east. What we're mainly looking for, I don't like to walk through the salt dunes at night because I'm afraid I'm going to stumble on a dawn glider and it's going to breathe fire on me. So I think I'm just going to explore. Okay, they're all salt dunes. So we're going to hang here until morning, I think. So let's see what time it is. It looks like, according to this, the moon is about to go down, so why don't we wait 100 turns and see if it becomes daytime. I think it did. The sun is basically coming up right now, so we're good. All right, so let's see if we made the right decision. Oh, the way was clear, and then down here the way was clear, and over here the way was clear, so we didn't really need to worry, but better safe than sorry. The last thing you want to do is get close to a dawn glider because they will breathe fire on you and it could mess you up. All right, now we've made it to the salt marshes, swamp. Yeah, salt marshes. And we'll just continue to head east. But are we headed towards anything specifically? What is our goal here? May as well try to travel up to that location up north over here. So we'll make our way kind of in a diagonal. Head up this way. Maybe avoid the marsh, the salt dunes, if we can. Hopefully we'll find something interesting along the way. Like this. How about the lair of Guchardawort, the legendary glow pad. All right, because of finding that, apparently we are now level 2. We note the location in our journal, and here we are. Let's look real quick and see who's friendly. The dragonflies are friendly, or neutral, I should say. The glowfish are neutral, so that's good. And it was a glow pad that lives here. And over here you can see the stairs down. So this is going to be a good location to do our exploration. But before we do, we're level 2. Let's look at our character sheet. We have 74 skill points and 1 mutation point. I think we're going to be saving our mutation points to buy new or to randomly generate new physical mutations. So we won't spend those, but the skill points we might. We could buy tactics, which will give us hurdle, but I don't think we want to do that. I think what we want to do is wait until we have a 25 strength and get decapitate. The other thing we could do is get charging strike after we get cleave. So we need to buy cleave, and then cleave will unlock charging strike. By the way, what does cleave do? There's a 75% chance that you cleave their armor and give them a penalty to their armor value. And then once you have that, you can charge and attack at the same time. And if you have dismember, your chance to dismember when charging is doubled, so that's cool. And then once you have that, and you can get to 25 strength, which by the time we get all this EXP and spend it, we'll be able to decapitate. Decapitation adds not just face, but their entire head to the list of things you can chop off. And if you do, they bleed profusely, and I think if they have multiple heads, they bleed profusely. If they have only one head, they die instantly. So that's a really good one. And I think I have a 23 or a 24 strength already, right? I have a 23, so our strength needs to go up by 2 before we can get that. But I think we can do that. So, note to self. Spend all your attribute points in strength in order to get to decapitate. And then, at that point, you can think about buying other types of skills, right? And then, as far as skill points, we need 150, 250... 350, 400 points in order to get there. So we'll basically be spending we'll basically be dumping everything into Axe. We'll be the Oyuun, the Axe Marauder, which sounds pretty heavy metal. Cool. I think that's a good place to stop. I think we did fairly well. We ambushed a bunch of Isakari warriors, raiders, and took their stuff, cashed it in for a better axe, and now we're going to go see if we can talk to this glow pad, the legendary glow pad, and see what we can learn from it. But not until next time. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you in the next episode.